The first episode of Agatha All Along and the Penguin are released only a day separate from each other, with the show about former villains from a previous entry trying to recover what they lost after losing it from the previous entry's protagonist and gain even more power, while taking a kid as their sidekick, from two of the most popular comic book franchises to date. With that, I want to see which show wrote its character and story better. Let's compare one scene. A scene takes place 30 minutes in the first episode, with the protagonist and antagonist confront each other after they haven't met each other for years, without any outside element distracting both sides. But the main character is completely powerless in the situation, unable to do anything aside from talk and manipulate their way out of the situation. Let's compare the Rio try to assassinate Agatha scene to the Sofia and Penguin diner scene. And I'm judging it based on only the first episode, cause if we go by future episodes, things are even more unfair, and I will be mentally broken if I break one of those down with future context. So let's start with Agatha. After Rio tried to break her out of Wanda's illusion, and Agatha did eventually, for some reason. It's really all too clumsily set up teen. Because of that, Agatha realized Rio is more than just an illusion.
And that means...
Oh, sorry, cause that would make sense. She's not even hurt. So Rio appears. Cause this show totally didn't bend physics to its will. Rio summons some wind that can't even blow papers away. She kicks the wall with one leg and launches herself to Agatha. What makes it worse, Agatha is able to catch that, with powers or not, which is in the MCU does not have superhuman strength. Fucking hell, they haven't even started talking, the scene is rotting.
I've missed you.
I hate you.
So that part is fine. Clear and quick way to showcase how they feel about each other. And you don't have to add more.
You acquired the Darkhold. You hid behind all that dark magic. But then you lost it.
Wait. Both characters know about those information already. It's all for the audience.
And now...
So you are trying to kill her. So why don't you just kill her when she's still trapped in the illusion? In fact, you try to break her out.
Who better to solve the mystery than one of Westview's very own? Hey, you've lived here your whole life. Isn't that true? Do you remember why you hate me? That witch is gone, and all the copies of the Darkhold with her, leaving you trapped in her distorted spell. But you don't have to stay there, do you?
Why did you think like that?
You're vulnerable.
I know! Say something useful. Oh, a shitty fight scene. Time well spent to explore their characters. A lot of things they do in this fight scene require super strength. And witches in the MCU doesn't have those. Especially Agatha, who doesn't have powers at this point. And no, you can't argue Rio boosts her strength with her magic. Cause Agatha, who is powerless, can pin her down. At one point they try to grab the knife.
Do you remember pain? It kinda tickles, doesn't it?
Are we establishing Rio is just crazy, but in like, a stupid way? Cause witches are not invulnerable or something. And Agatha get hurt in this very same episode. Agatha just hold the knife longer than it should, just to slap Rio, which is a stupid plan. Cause it's a knife. It can easily cut a large part of your hand off in just a few seconds, by just touching. Let alone holding it as tight as you can.
You can't kill me.
You can't kill me. It's not allowed.
Are you kidding me? Then what's the point of putting a knife into her throat? You know the rules and that's murder. You have telekinesis. Could have just started off with that.
I can't kill you, but I can make you wish you were dead.
Cool story, bro. Except you are trying to kill her. If you say Agatha convinced her to not do that, then you are telling me she forgot this rule for some reason.
This isn't what you want. Me, without power.
We finally get to Agatha's expert scheme after all those build-up.
This is undignified. Don't you want me at my best?
So Agatha tried to convince Rio to fight her in her strongest. Which is why? When she knows she has a reputation of being a manipulative witch. who uses the Darkhold to hide against other witches. That's like a gangster trying to convince any regular person to fight them as their strongest, when they are beaten up already.
You prefer me.
Horizontal? In a grave?
Yeah, I don't see why that isn't the case. But didn't you just say you want to torture her instead because you can't kill her?
I can't kill you, but I can make you wish you were dead.
Wouldn't your line be suffer for what you
Horizontal?
did? Almost like that line's ADR.
Formidable.
We've gone through how that makes no sense, so let's keep going.
So take my power.
But how do you expect her to do that when the way to steal powers is to shoot energy beams with magic?
You know that would kill me.
What the hell was that? I thought you can't kill each other.
You can't kill me.
You can't kill me. It's not allowed.
Why did I even expect them to remember dialogues happening in the same scene?
I am not the only one that wants to see you dead. Wants to see you burn.
So why didn't they try to kill Agatha when she's trapped for 3 years?
Catch me up.
About 3 years.
Remember, the Westfield incident is public knowledge.
I could just sit back and watch.
You love it. The anticipation.
Is that it?
But I'll be sure to tell them where to find you.
You contradict the Westfield incident is public news, if they need to be told.
The Salem 7. I expect you'll see them at sundown. After all these centuries, Agatha Harkness will finally meet her end.
So you are telling me this brain dead retard doesn't want to kill Agatha because she's powerless and wants to kill her when she gains her powers back, just to send other people to kill her when she's powerless. The writers are too tangled by their own shitty writing. They struggle to find a way to get out of it.
You don't have a heart.
Yes, I do. It's black. And it beats for you.
That's probably the most substantive part of the entire scene, and it's just teasing a potential backstory between the two of them. Rio heals her wound and leaves, because Rio's motive is nonsense. Then Agatha wonders what to do with this kid, and that's the end of it. What a scene that doesn't understand plot, character, and world building. Now let's talk about the Penguin. After the Penguin stole some secret information, he killed Alberto Falcone, who caught him doing so. Therefore, he tries to cover it up, including using multiple alibis. He is confronted by Sofia the next day, who he is surprised she is released from Arkham Asylum, the sister of Alberto Falcone.
Do you remember Carmine's daughter?
Yeah. Sofia. I thought you was still at,
Arkham?
The moment Oz tries to leave, Sofia stopped him, figure out something is all with Oz. Therefore,
Let's get a bite to eat.
right now.
Right now.
that's the very interesting setup that I unfortunately have to skip a lot of the details. Let's take a closer look at the next scene. Sofia eating with her hands showcase how prison changes her, and doesn't care how others would have viewed her.
My father used to bring me and Alberto here when we were kids. He paid us to keep our elbows off the table.
We immediately understand their relationship with their father, who they have been forced to respect him.
Well, who's stopping you now, huh? There you go.
With Sophie absolutely do not like that treatment at all, and the Penguin tries to sweet talk his way out of it.
You think they're wondering if it's really me?
We start to get more hints and backstory for Sophia when it comes to her status in Gotham, as she talks about it with clear trauma.
Well, I would. What, is a psycho killer is just roaming around free? What did Gazette call me? The hangman?
This is exposition, but it's also Sophia trying to express her trauma to someone she knows, showcasing her mental struggles. After that,
The guards insisted that I read every article, that I see all the stories. If only I'd been a dutiful daughter.
impersonating how the Penguin speak to lighten the mood.
Take it easy, sweetheart. You looking for me? See you met the twins. Boy, hear everything they say.
Despite that, Sophia noticed the Penguin is nervous. That's when she say,
I'd hate for you to feel nervous with me. Because despite what you might think, I don't blame you. You know, if you hadn't gone to my father, he left you no choice.
Yeah, sure, but I could have done
Let's not do
something.
that.
Excellent, as we got info of what Oz did to her. Build upon the fact that we know how scary Carmine is, making the Penguin doing something harmful to Sofia. That got her locked in Arkham Asylum. And since the show is not written by 5-year-olds, the reason Sofia said those is wanting Oz to feel better, showing a more sympathetic side for Sofia. And even Oz, him showing regret to what he done to Sofia.
Daddy is dead. And we are untamed.
Celebrating she's no longer a soldier in Arkham, and her dad dying, giving her freedom. When the Penguin is relieved, this happened.
Alberto told me he was going to your club last night to get to my father's loft.
With this context in mind, we realized Sofia has been easing him down so she can question him later, testing him as she suspects he is hiding something, especially how nervous he is.
I insisted I go with him, but he's been so protective of me, he didn't want me leaving the house. It was all part of this plan he cooked up. It was our shared secret.
Putting her evidence forward to catch him off guard, threatening him to tell her the truth, while this line double asks how much those two siblings care for each other, in contrast to the other members of the Falcone family.
But then today, I hear you talking about revolutionizing the drug business.
In fact, it's got the potential to revolutionize the drug business.
What kind of shipment?
I can't reveal the details yet. No, but it's brand new. Something that'll help us expand beyond drops.
So I'm going to ask you again. Do you know where my brother is?
There it is. What will Oz do? And since this show is not written by kindergarteners, Oz say,
I'm an asshole. But you're the surprise here.
doing the usual weasel his way out of the situation.
Al never told me he was back. Or that you ran on this thing with us. Well, he's keeping us both in the dark, and I don't know why. But you're right. Alberto trusted me. And my stupid mouth. He was so passionate about his plan, I thought there's no reason not to move forward. Just because he's on another bender.
Even willing to throw the person he killed under the bus for it, showing how far he's willing to go for his own gain.
Al's an addict, sweetheart. This ain't the first time he's gone AWOL, but he always comes back. And look, I was actually drowning my sorrows with my lady friend last night, Eve. But if it make you feel better, let's you and me go there right now. Come on, we'll scour the joint. I doubt anything will turn up, but it's worth a shot.
But because Oz is actually smart, and not the plot insisting that she's smart, he knows to plant fake evidence and alibis, as well as clean up the crime scene. Therefore, Sofia has no other argument and just enjoy the dinner. Despite that,
you know, Oz, people underestimate you, but not me. I've always known you were capable of more.
she still suspects him, and will keep a close eye on what he will be doing. And that's where the scene ends. Unlike in Agatha, all it did is make Rio's motive extremely unclear, and make Agatha an idiot. One scene of the Penguin shows Sofia's motivation, her relationship with her father, brother, and Oz, while showing how smart and scary she could be. At the meantime presenting how intelligent Oz is, and how far he will go to achieve his goals, as well as providing world building, and progress the plot in a meaningful way, as it comes back to bite the Penguin. So go watch the Penguin, it's just that good. One of the few things that's connected to a larger franchise that is actually great, instead of claiming to be great. That applies to everything Marvel does this year, along with most continuation of popular IPs. My heart is black, it beats for you, you stole my heart. The answer is way worse than you will ever expect. Better off you don't know the answer, especially when you account for everything that has happened in the MCU. But I'm tired, so see ya.